anti-Semitic. Oh, he's racist. Like, no, let's sit down and hear each other out and have honest conversations. Now, if you have an agenda, I get it. Then you don't want to have these honest conversations because you will be exposed. You know? But yeah, I don't, in any way, like, it's like Fred Hampton said, you don't fight racism with racism. You fight racism with unity. So whether you Jew, however you identify, 12 tribes, whatever, like, let's try to come together and have honest conversations and give one another the space to thrive and live. That's all I'm saying. Now, as far as LeBron James, I lost a lot of respect for him. As far as Shaquille O'Neal, lost a lot of respect for him because I felt like they didn't even try to have a conversation with Kyrie. They just openly repudiated him. And I felt like to protect their economic interests, to protect their bag, to protect their brand, the best thing to do was to distance themselves from Kyrie. And I just think they, as black men, we should have showed Kyrie more love and respect to have the honest conversation. You know? And I don't, and the irony is Shaq had a theater in Newark that actually showed the film that Kyrie was talking about. That Kyrie posted on his Twitter. So Shaq like, yeah, you're a hypocrite times 10. You know? And what else do I want to say? Also, you know, I just don't, I think we should, instead of just labeling things anti-Semitic, I think there needs to be more education. I think we need to try to walk this walk together and have a better understanding collectively as a human race. And I want to say this, where am I going with it? There's one more thing I wanted to add. I just think that the second that we just reject people without hearing them out and try to get an understanding, it violates free speech. It stymies us from growing, and it just allows us to not be able to connect. If we don't, I mean, I can't remember her name. Her name was Beatrice something. She said, "I may disagree with what you're saying, but I will fight to the death for your right to say it." And so I'm saying, let's have these conversations, man. Let's talk, and try to move forward instead of just, you know, making these broad statements and labeling each other. But yeah, like I think, you know, a lot of times, I don't know. It just, I feel like instead of pulling each other up, sometimes people just want to capitalize off of one another's misery. And sometimes I have kind of wondered, like, you know, I don't think Jewish people would be, as far as hip hop and just the music and the entertainment industry, specifically hip hop. I'm gonna be more narrow with music, with hip hop music. If there are a bunch of Jewish boys who were making songs about killing other Jewish boys, the Jewish community would not support that, and they would be up in arms about it. It's interesting. There's actually a Jewish rap group from Brooklyn. They were called Young Black Teens, and guess what? They were all Jewish people, white Jews. You ever saw the movie House Party? Was it House Party 2? Jamal, who was a kid's roommate at the university, he was one of the rappers in the group, Young Black Teens. But yeah, like let's take this as an opportunity to grow. I think, you know, free speech is a good thing, but at the same time, we do need to be responsible with the things we say. And we need to educate each other. Each one teach one. Still feel like there's one more thing I want to say. I just think we have a social responsibility to each other, just as humans. You know, and I guess my frustration is I feel like as a black man, African American, ADOS, whenever I speak up for my people, or whenever when black people speak up for their people, whenever we speak up for our people, we're reverse racist. We get pigeonholed. It's like we're not using hate speech. How is it hateful for me to speak up on behalf of my people and want justice and equity for my people? I think that's unfair. Even with the Black Panther Party, you know, a lot of people wanted to say they were like the black people's response to the Ku Klux Klan, which is far from the truth. The Black Panther Party used to say black power for black people, white power for white people, red power for red people. We wanted all people to have equity, even in the midst of our suffering as black people. we wanted other people to have equity too. You know, and my thing is, if you look in history, there's a lot of things you won't like and that you'll find. You know, there were the hardest thing about being black is feeling like you feel like you're marginalized, you feel like you're oppressed, and you see the marginalization and oppression. And then you because of your own suffering, you're empathetic towards other people's suffering. And then what really hurts is to find out the very people who you are empathizing with have capitalized off of your suffering. So sometimes, when learning about the roles that Jews played in the transatlantic slave trade, seeing how a lot of industries, specifically hip-hop, is controlled by Jewish people who promulgate black death and black destruction, who have monetized black trauma, it hurts. Knowing that I did my research as a college student, learning about the Holocaust, learning about how Jewish people were persecuted, and then to see the role that they played in our persecution as black people, our suffering, it hurts. You know, this isn't about hate, this is about redemption and healing. We all have work to do. Sign out from the Dogon, it's the homie Mac. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes.